Hello everyone, this is going to be the first of many of videos where I'm going to read books that my boyfriend recommends and that he really likes and then say whether they're worth reading or not, especially if you're a girlfriend like me whose boy likes books that you think, oh, maybe they're more boy books, like there's not much romance, there's not much what you would want to read about going on. So I'm here to let you know if you should read them or not. The first book, The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. So I'm going to read this whole series and review each book and how I feel about it and say whether you should read it or not. I have about less than 100 pages left of this one, and then I will give a review. I'll have a standard review of like, okay, this is how I feel about it, and then one that's more of like spoilers or potential spoilers. I'm also going to be saying people that I ship to be together, so if a boy's watching this video, then I hope I don't trigger you because you're probably like, where'd she even get these theories from? Because I'm only on the first book, and slow burn central, that's all I gotta say, slow burn, that's for sure. So gonna finish with these 100 pages and then start with the review. Overall, I just want to say the book so far has been very, very good. So it's a little daunting, it's 1,200 pages long. So, you know, if you're not really much of a reader, it might be kind of hard for you. But if you really enjoy reading, then this book is definitely worth the time to read it. So, a lot of world building, kind of high fantasy, because there's the whole country, like there's the whole world. They each have their own culture, like different, I guess it'd be like the different countries have their own culture, their own language, like ways they're ruled and all that. So you're kind of having to learn about all that, but it's told in a way that is very, like, it's very well written to where you get to learn everything because it's kind of through stories, multiple points of view, so you're learning everything at the same time. But it's not in a way that's like, oh, okay, here's a new place to learn about. Like, no, it's like you get to learn a character that is from that specific country and learn about their background, kind of like everything. It's just stories, and then you get flashbacks and things like that. So it's told in a very good way. Even though there's multiple points of views, it's every single character is amazing. Like, I have liked every single point of view. And usually in some books that do that, I do not feel that way. Or I'm like, oh, I really want to read this point of view. I have to read this person again. Like, I have to read about this character. No, on this one, it's every single time I'm okay with the point of view shift. Of course, like, it sometimes will leave on a little bit of a cliffhanger, so you're like, I wish I could go back to that person. But then as you start reading the person you're on, something crazy is happening to them too. So overall, it's just told in a very good way. So with that being said, I'm going to finish up the book and give some thoughts after. So I finished the book. So good. So good. It ends on a cliffhanger. I mean, seeing my boyfriend's reaction and like even his brother as I'm telling stuff as I've been reading the book, I already kind of knew that it was going to be a cliffhanger and craziness was going to happen in the last few pages, kind of like Sarah J. Maas. But so good. So overall, just like general review, very good. I love the characters. I love Shalon and Yasna. I did call her Jasna, but apparently I got corrected by my boyfriend because that's not how you're supposed to say it. I love Adel and Dalinar, all their stories. I love every single character, and even Seth. Every single character that has a point of view, I love them. So definitely you do get to grow and love each of the characters individually. Very good book. So ladies, if your man recommended this for you and you're a reader, read it immediately because it is so good. And I cannot wait to start the second book. So next, these are my ships, I guess. So I'll tell this first one because it's not a spoiler at all. So if you're reading the book series, like, this is okay. And this one's just goofy. Like, there's really not that much romance at all in this first book. There's only like kind of one couple, and I'll talk about that in the next section, where it's definitely, there's going to be some spoilers, so don't watch it unless you've already read the book, or, you know, maybe you just want to watch and you don't really care about whether you know the book or not. But anywho, this first person, I don't know why I really want them to be together, is Shalon and Adeline. I just want them to be together so bad, because of course, you know, Adeline's a little bit of a ladies' man. He just kind of like tries to date these few girls throughout the book, and I mean, obviously he has some character development as the book goes on, but she is just so awesome. Like, strong personality, super witty. I just feel like they would go really well together. And so if you're a boy watching this and you're like, what the heck is she talking about? Because, like, obviously once you read the book, you know that, like, they haven't even met yet. They haven't even met. They don't even know who each other are. And I'm already trying to ship them together. But I don't know. I just think they'd be the cutest couple. So if that happens later, I predicted it. And if not, whatever. I'm just a girl who loves reading books. The next review, where it's like more spoilers, I want my boyfriend to be there so I can kind of talk about it with him, and you can kind of get like his feedback. And then if I say any other like theories or anything like that, then I feel like they'll be more classified as spoilers, and I just want to see his like reaction as I say everything. So he'll be in the next clip. Okay, well, I've got my boyfriend here with me this time so he can hear my theories. This one definitely has spoilers, so if you haven't read the book, don't watch it yet. And he's gonna try not to spoil the second book for me. First thing, what I was talking about last time, already, I'm gonna say it again, Shalon and Adeline need to date. They will be a cute couple. She will humble him. She's witty, she's smart. I feel like she'll just like knock him down a little bit, you know.
I got no comment.
Also, you did kind of spoil something for me.
I did.
A little bit. Because whenever I told you where I said, oh, why did the dreams, I don't know what to think about the dreams, because they told Downer that he could trust Sadius, and you were like, did they? Because I think blah, 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 and then, yeah, you're right, because that guy couldn't even hear him, so he didn't even know that until the last of the book. Well, you pretty much did. You were like, did he really say that? Did the dreams really say that?
I didn't remember him saying that, so that's why I said, did he say that?
Yeah, and then yeah. And then the next, like the last pages, it was like, oh yeah, actually he really didn't tell me that, so I could trust Sadius, because he didn't realize that guy couldn't hear him. One of my favorite things was at the end, whenever Dalinar and Kaladin were talking about like the price of human life, and I thought that was really pretty. Another
thing about this.
Well, another theory I have is at the end how I feel like there's like stuff going on with music, because Wit played his little instrument and all of a sudden he summoned a herald. So I feel like with the Parshindis humming and doing all their songs and communicating worldwide, whatever, that the music, whatever, has something to do with it, especially since Kaladin was able to see scenes and story type things as Wit was even singing last time. So that's another theory. Oh, one theory that did not come true in this book, so it could still happen later, but I thought 100% that Dalinar was going to die. And I really thought at the final like fighting scene when they got abandoned, I literally thought he was going to die in that, but he didn't. And so I was like, oh, okay, guess I was off, because I was like 100% convinced he was going to die. Then Adeline was going to have to step up, which Adeline, really sweet. He did have a little bit of character development at the end, like kind of realizing, like agreeing with what his dad said. But then you figure out the end, Seth's tasked to kill Dalinar, so there's still a chance for that in the future books. So starting second book now, and I will figure out, I guess, if it happens.
I'm just glad you liked it.
I know. There was
a big commitment if you didn't like it.
I know, 1,200 pages for the first book, and also a lot of pressure because you said it was your favorite, so you probably would have wanted to break up if I didn't like it. That probably would have been a red flag for you or something. Those are my thoughts on The Way of Kings. This is my first book review, so if you're kind of like, oh, you need to be more descriptive, or would like to hear more about this, just let me know. I try to do it in a way that wasn't too many spoilers, with also a spoiler section to go a little bit more in depth, and also maybe hopefully not keep the video too long. But thanks for watching.